Welcome to Gear Vlogz Automotive Podcast, a hybrid call-in talk show where you, the viewer or listener of the Gear Vlogz YouTube channel, can tune in and listen to the latest in automotive news and happenings within the automotive space. I'm Mario Gear. Want to be a part of the show? It's easy. Just call our show voicemail hotline at 805-419-5129 any time of the day of the week before the following Thursday and leave a message. Or now just join us live via the Clubhouse app and come on stage and be a part of the show. This takes place every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. If you're not already doing so, consider hitting that subscribe button, hitting that thumbs up, share this out, and tell your family and friends. So sit back, crack open the cold one, and enjoy the show. Porsche wins the GTE Pro Class at the WEC season opener in Sebring. The Porsche GT team has kicked off the new season of the FIA World Endurance Championship with a victory at the Sebring International Raceway. The race. Michael Christensen from Denmark and Frenchman Kevin EST won the GTE Pro Class at the 1,000-mile race in the U.S. state of Florida, ahead of the Corvette crewed by Nick Tandy of Great Britain and the American Tommy Milner. Richard Letzi from Austria and Italy's Bruni finished third with their CA 550 PS 911 RSR. The 8-hour WEC race had to be halted and ultimately discontinued a good 60 minutes before the end of the race due to a thunderstorm warning. In the GTE AM class, American Brandon Irebe and the two British racing drivers, Ollie Milroy and Ben Barnicoat, finished third with the identical 911 fielded by the Project One customer team. Quote, "We're scored important points towards the championship. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough for a 1-2 result today, which would have been possible," commented Thomas Lauterbach, Vice President Motorsports. "During a pit stop, we couldn't get a wheel off of the number 91 car for a moment. We need to take another close look at that. This incident prevented us from finishing 1 and 2nd. Still, it was a great start to the season. I have nothing but praise for these drivers and the team. We can be happy with this result. Of course, it wouldn't have been nicer to achieve the success over the full 8-hour distance." Successful season opener. Quote, "That was a long and crazy race, and we won. The season couldn't have started better," said Alexander Delig, Director, Factory Motorsports, FIA WEC. "We had a great run over the entire time in Sebring, and we managed to work our way through each session steadily and systematically. The Corvette proved to be a strong rival. At times we had the advantage, sometimes they did. It was fun. We kept our cool during the interruptions and ultimately took home a well-deserved victory. We're happy to harvest the points, and we're looking forward to the next WEC race at Spa-Francorchamps." Say that 3 times. This marks the 3rd time that the World Endurance Championship event has been contested on the former military airfield in Florida. In 2012, Works drivers Richard Leitz, Austria, Mark Lieb, Germany, and Patrick Pillet, France, finished 2nd. In the 2018 and 19 season, Lutz and his Italian teammate Bruni won the GTE Pro Class with the Porsche 911 RSR. Porsche is by far the most powerful manufacturer in the long history of endurance racing at Sebring, with the Stuttgart Marquis notching up a total of 18 overall wins. As the starting drivers, Kevin EST and Bruni initially took the lead of the 8-hour race. However, after a good 30 minutes, the Italian had to relinquish his spot to Nick Tandy's Corvette when he was held up by traffic. While both factory-run Porsches pitted to change 2 tires and swap drivers at the first pit stop, Tandy only refueled. Thanks to the time saved, the British racer moved up to first place. Moreover, due to rule violations in the formation, lap director had handed a 15-second penalty to both 911 RSRs in the GTE Pro category, which they had to serve at the second pit stop. Nevertheless, both 911s were still ahead of the Ferraris fielded by AF Corsa factory squad. A series accident involving a vehicle from the hypercar class after 3.5 hours of racing resulted in a 45-minute break. Piastri, who had the meantime taken the wheel again from Michael Christensen, grabbed a chance shortly after this restart. The Frenchman swept past the leading Corvette and pulled away. A good 35 minutes later, Bruni had worked his way up to the order of second place after a spirited charge, but that wasn't the end. A problem during a tire change heading into the final quarter of the race cost about 20 seconds. As a result, Richard Letts was relegated back to third place at the wheel of the number 91 Porsche. At this point, as the season opening race was about to be halted, the Austrian had closed the gap and was poised to reclaim second place. However, he ran out of time to make the decisive overtake move. In the GTE AM class, 2 Porsche customer teams had chances to win. Initially, the 911 RSR campaigned by Dempsey Proton Racing with team owner Christian Reed and from Germany, and the British racing drivers Sebastian Perlux and Harry Tinkelnell had the most promising prospects. In the second half of the race, Britain's Ollie Milroy and Ben Barneycoat, as well as American Brandon Irebe, took control and briefly moved into the lead of their classes. In the final sprint, however, both teams were hampered by bad luck with the timing of their pit stops. Irebe, Milroy, and Barneycoat ultimately finished the race in third place in the same lap as the winners, following closely by Reed, Perlux, and Tinkelnell. And you can read more about it. I got comments here you can read about from the drivers, or pause the this video and read these comments here, as well as we got the race results. Then we got the notions here from qualifying and such. So links to this article will be in the show notes so you guys can check it out. And yeah. Here are some videos YouTube thinks you might like. The next segment clip will be up shortly. Be sure to hit that subscribe, like, comment, and share buttons for this episode. Thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you soon.